From KTSM 9 News, complete team coverage of the presidential visit to the borderland.
We're following that breaking news out of D.C. Lawmakers have reached a tentative deal, but the details still need to be worked out, and it also needs to be passed by Congress and President Trump. With the latest, we have D.C. correspondent Mark Meredith. Mark, what's going on over there?
Natasha, this is the word that's just coming in from a group of bipartisan lawmakers that have been working to avoid another government shutdown. Late word within the last few minutes or so that they have a deal in principle that would avoid a shutdown and keep the rest of the government funded through the end of this fiscal year. But there are some things we still don't know, which includes how much money, if any, will this border deal go for President Trump's border wall. The president has repeatedly said that he wants this money. Is this going to be a figure that he can live with and he can support, or is this simply going to have no money for the wall and then the White House will look at an emergency declaration? That's what we're still trying to figure out. But this is a good sign for those folks that were worried about either missing out on a paycheck or worried about not getting government services, because this is a deal that is done in principle at this point. We were not close to a deal just a couple of hours ago. There were a lot of sticking points over not only wall funding, which has been the case from the beginning, but also in terms of different qualifications on proposals for detention of illegal immigrants, how long that people could stay in custody and how many. These are things that have been looked at by this committee. We don't have the details, so we're still waiting to read the fine print. And you can bet that President Trump will bring this up during his rally once he takes the stage. I can imagine that the White House is getting a brief from members of this delegation on the Hill, and then they'll, of course, relay to the president, and he'll make some sort of either announcement or give his thoughts on this at some point tonight. The president is expected to hold a cabinet meeting tomorrow at the White House, so it's likely we're going to see him also meet with his senior government officials to talk about this deal, whether or not he's on board, and what it could mean for not only the Department of Homeland Security, but all of the different federal agencies that are impacted by a potential shutdown. Daniel, Leticia?
All right, thank you very much, Mark. Dr. Pineda, so the president, does he take this deal?